A recent poll on this channel caused a maelstrom in the comments regarding the first Dalek that is shown to fly in Doctor Who. When I said those words, the first Dalek that is shown to fly in Doctor Who, which Dalek did you think of? Because there were apparently several contenders, and some debate over which is truly the first flying Dalek. So that's what we're going to look at today. Which of these Daleks was the first shown to fly? Was it this Dalek in The Chase? The Chase features two distinct examples that could be interpreted as Daleks being shown being able to fly. The first comes in the form of this Dalek pushing itself out of the sand at the end of the first episode, titled The Executioners. In order to be moving upwards through the sand, this Dalek must surely be exerting some form of vertical levitation. Maybe, though it isn't made explicitly clear. It could be that the same function that propels the Dalek across flat ground is also being used to drag the Dalek upwards in the sand, and the action seems to take a physical toll on the Dalek, which grunts and wheezes as it pulls itself up, as if the creature itself is exerting some kind of effort to dislodge itself from the sand. Another example cited from The Chase is the fact that there are Daleks present on the upper decks of the Mary Celeste, which are only accessible via staircase, thereby proving that Daleks can fly. While this is true, the Daleks are never actually shown to fly up the stairs, so it still technically doesn't count. What about this Dalek from Planet of the Daleks? At the start of episode 4 of Planet of the Daleks, the Doctor and a group of Thals are using a parachute to lift themselves up a hot air shaft in the Dalek base on Spyridon, and this grey Dalek levitates up after them. They are able to outpace the Dalek and push rocks down the shaft to destroy it, sending it plummeting down to the facility below. So surely that settles it. This Dalek is clearly shown flying on screen. However, dialogue in the story reveals that the method of flight being used by this Dalek is not built into the casing. Indeed, the reason why it takes the Daleks so long to pursue the Doctor is because they have to send for an anti-gravitational disc to use to fly up the shaft. Okay, but what about revelation of the Daleks? There are a few examples of Daleks flying in this story. It is revealed that Davros's chair has the ability to hover using boosters built into the base, and the Necros Dalek appears to hover while exterminating Natasha and Grigory. This was the intended effect, though the final footage doesn't come across very well due to the poor effects used in this scene. The 2005 DVD release of this episode features updated CGI effects, which make it more clear what's happening, but the fact that these came many years later means that Revelation of the Daleks doesn't quite make it as the first episode to clearly and indisputably show a Dalek in flight. So the answer is Remembrance of the Daleks. At the end of episode 1 of Remembrance of the Daleks, an Imperial Dalek is clearly shown flying up a flight of stairs to confront the Doctor. Whilst this is not the first example of evidence that Daleks can fly in Doctor Who, it is the first example of that ability being clearly shown as a feature of standard Dalek warriors. While there is the argument to be made that technically the Dalek shown here is hovering, and that the first time we actually see Daleks flying is in the new series, but that's just being a little bit pedantic, don't you think? Anyway, what do you think of the various examples of Daleks flying over the years? Do you prefer the limitation of Daleks being heavy-duty tanks, or do you like the fact that the ability to fly makes the Daleks nimble fighter bombers as well as battle tanks? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.